Hi, welcome to my channel. This is just a little weekly reading vlog, some little insights into what I read over the past week. Hope you enjoy it. So I did finish Tempest of Tea last night at like 2 in the morning. It was really good. I loved it. I don't know whether it's gonna be a 4 or 5 star, because if it was based on just like the last part, like a 5, it would be a 5 star. I really enjoyed it, and like thinking back to my last 5-star read, I did enjoy this the same amount, if not the same amount, then more. So that's why I'm leaning more towards 5. But then I think about how it started and it took a little while to get into the heist, but like other than that, I generally really enjoyed it, so it might just be a 5 star. Either way, I recommend it. It was really good. I loved it. Just, I need the next one now. See, I'm leaning towards 5 stars. I really am. I love Hass's writing, and I feel like I don't think I liked it as much as her first 2 books. We Hunt the Flame and We Free the Stars, but I still thoroughly enjoyed it. I found it so fun, and I loved the characters, and I just loved it, honestly. Because even though it did take a bit to get to the heist, it was still like the planning part of it was still good because the characters were good. So like I just enjoyed being with the characters. I need to now pick what book I'm going to be reading next. I have kind of an idea. Like on my Kindle, I now can start. I believe it's called Wolfish Charms. Let me double check. It's right here. Here it is. I am reading an anthology, so a book with all little short stories within it. It's called Pumpkin by Stephen Blackmore. It's a short story for each day of October, so they're all like Halloween spooky based. So what I was gonna say is on here, yes, the next one in the Ever Dark Ever Deadly series, Wolfish Charms by Jenna Klett, because I really want to read the next one in that series, but I was holding it off while I was reading this because I didn't want to read 2 fantasies at the same time. So I'm gonna probably start that. So for my physical book, I probably won't go for a fantasy just while I'm reading that on here. I'm having a think from what I've got on there. So probably not these, because like I said, I don't want to be reading 2 fantasies at the same time. I do think, I mean, this would be quite quick to read. I might actually, yeah, that was easy. I might go with this. So my next read's Tombs by Junji Ito. It's like a horror. And then Wolfish Charms by Jenna Klett on my Kindle, which is fantasy. So I'm pretty excited with both of them. I'm in the middle of I'm catching up on Agatha All Along. This is my WandaVision cushion, because I loved WandaVision when it came out. I'm gonna cry. Okay, so I love the Owen family. Loved them ever since I was little. Watched Steve Owen's shows. I loved Bindi Owen's show because I was young and she did a show for my age group. Anyway, they're doing a signed book bundle. Guys. I'm so excited for this. I can't believe it. Anyway, I'm gonna read some more of this book. I have read the first 3 Bad Chris. Haven't read Bad Chris. I read the first 3 stories. I'm gonna put this down. So I read the first 3. There's Tombs, Clubhouse, and Slug Girl. Really enjoyed all of them. Can't wait to get to the next ones. He generally tells his stories, and that in a way, like, they're generally so creepy, which is exactly what you want when you're reading a horror. And I think he does such a good job of painting the whole picture, in the sense that, like, sometimes when you go into a short story, sometimes you need more, or like it can be difficult to create a interesting and full on plot, but I feel like these are fleshed out. Generally such a good storyteller. So anyway, I'm now going to read The Window Next Door. I also started last night, I started Wolfish Charms, and it was so good. Like, it was straight into the plot already, and I read 1 or 2 chapters, I can't remember, but either way it was like straight into the plot. It mentioned Tessa and Derek from the first one already, but you can also see how we're gonna deviate from them and come over to these not new characters because we met them in the first one, but into their story, and I'm very excited for it. That was disturbing. All I can say, like, there was a crazy woman. It was good. It was disturbing in the way that you expect it to be disturbing, and you want it to be disturbing because that's what you're going into this for. Next one is called Washed Ashore, and I'm going to read it right now. I love Junji Ito's style of telling a story. Honestly, I'm having so much fun with this. So just finished Washed Ashore. Just finished Washed Ashore. That one was about the fear of the ocean, and there's a big sea monster. That's what I'm going to call it, because I'm not going to reveal what it actually is, but what it actually is a bit creepy. I'm having a good old disturbing creepy time. Am I going to read the next one? It's 2 minutes past 12. I would like to read like a chapter of the Ever Dark, Ever Deadly book I'm reading. Next one's about a secret tunnel. Should I read it, or should I read my Kindle? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I don't know which one to pick. I'm gonna read another one because I want to. that one was interesting, to say the least. I have 3 left. So I've got Bronze Statue, and then there's one called Floaters, and then there's one called The Bloody Story of Shirasuna. I might have said that wrong, I'm sorry. Anyway, I love Junji Ito's Weird and Wonderful Mind. Guys, I totally forgot that I'm reading the Pumpkin Anthology, where I read a different story each day leading up to Halloween. I'm gonna leave today's for tomorrow and read 2 tomorrow to catch up. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I can read a chapter from Wolfish Chance. I'm gonna have my shower. I've finished looking after my nephew and I've just had some lunch. And then I'm gonna read some more of Tombs by Junji Ito. And then I have judo tonight. Just finished Bronze Statue. So that one, I feel like it started off a little bit slower than the other ones have, but as the story got going, like, it became quite interesting but disturbing. I keep using the word disturbing, but that's literally that is the one word to describe this whole collection. Yeah, so like, I think it's probably my least favorite of all the ones I've read so far, just because it felt a little bit slower, but it was still like interesting. I'm gonna read, so I've got 2 left. I've got Floaters and The Bloody Story of Shirasuna. I'll probably read them both in one go and then I'll come back to you. Finished just in time before I leave for judo. I don't know whether I'm gonna give it 4 or 5 stars, but I'll give a better analysis later on, because I'm now leaving. Ow. So I just got back from judo. I'm waiting for my dinner to cook, so I thought I'd do the little talk about the last 2. So we had Floaters and The Bloody Story of Shirasuna. So Floaters was really interesting. I actually really liked the concept of this one. There was these black floating things that float through the air. If you've seen Spirited Away or My Neighbor Totoro, they looked a little bit like the Soot Sprites, but their like meaning of them was obviously a lot darker. That Floaters did take like quite a dark turn. It had some mental health entwined within it, and I generally really enjoyed the concept of that one. I found it really interesting. And then The Bloody Story of Shirasuna. This one was weird. So there was like this doctor who went to a town, but this town is in the middle of nowhere and no one ever leaves it, and they all just marry each other. It's a big incest pool, and there's something wrong with their blood, and not to give spoilers, there's like something going on with the town that's spooky basically. This one, there is a bit of a trigger warning because there's on page sh. It's not depicted as that, but it looks like it's a bit, you know, graphic. But the story itself was really interesting. Generally really enjoyed it, and I had a good time, even though I had a disturbing time. But I would, if you like reading manga or if you want to get into manga, I recommend this. If you like horror. If you don't like horror, this probably isn't the one, because it is quite disturbing, quite gory, and does what it's supposed to do. So then last night I did read some more of Wolfish Dreams. My Kindle, which is right here actually. Wolfish Charms, not Wolfish Dreams. Why did I say Wolfish Dreams? Wolfish Charms by Jenna Collette, the second book in the Ever Dark, Ever Deadly series, which I'm really enjoying. I've read like 3-4 chapters now, and it's already so good. Like, we've already kickstarted straight into the action. There's been no slow getting into it, it's literally just straight into it. So basically, so far, someone's gone missing, and Tessa and Derek, because they were detectives in the first one, have come back to, they're going to investigate it. But Vivian, the best friend, I feel like she's going to be investigating it a little bit herself because she's involved. I don't know if saying who it is a spoiler, but like, basically she knows who's gone missing and she wants to get involved and investigate that. Now I finished this, I need to choose a new physical book to read though. So it's now later on. Let's talk a little bit about Tombs. So obviously, said I finished this, I am going to give it 5 stars because I did really love it. The art, I really love the art. I didn't talk a lot about the art, but the art is really, really good. The stories themselves are disturbing, but also weird and wonderful, and I just thoroughly had such a good time. My last 2 books have both been 5 stars. This one and A Tempest of Tea. So I'm having a good time, and then I'm also reading the Ever Dark, Ever Deadly book on my Kindle. So overall, I'm having a really, really good reading time. So I've picked what book I'm going to read. I'm going to read Signed, Sealed, Dead by Cynthia Murphy. I chose this one because I have a 5-star read from her and a 3-star read from her, so I'm really interested to see where this one would sit, like between them or at the higher or the lower end. My dog's scratching the door. My dog wanted to come in. What was I saying? Yes. So I have a 5-star read and 3-star read. I'm really interested to see where this one sits, because I read the 5-star read first, and that's what got me excited to read more of her books. And then I read the 3-star, and even though it wasn't as good as the 5-star, like 3-star I still find okay and like good elements. So like when I rate something a 3-star, I don't think it's bad. Like, I don't think 3-star should be considered a bad rating, and I'm still very interested in seeing more of her writing because I really like the way she writes, and I am actually really excited to see how this one is. Also, I've kind of got a plan going in my head of how I'm going to read for the last 11 days of October, because we're not on the 20th. It's not Sunday, it's Friday. We're on the 18th. Why did I think either way for like the rest of October, because it's gone really quick. We're already on the 18th of October. How? And when I say planning the rest of the month, I know I already have a TBR planned out, but I mean what I'm going to pick specifically from the TBR, because I made an ambitious TBR. Because I know I definitely want to get to Pumpkin Spice Cafe, so I'm probably going to read that next on my Kindle. And then I also really want to get to Alice by Christina Henry, because I wanted to read that for so long, and it's horror, and I think that'll be good for like the end of October. But then I also really want to get to Dracula, because like I think I said this in the TBR video, how someone I know has just read it and been talking about it, and that really motivates me to pick it up. And then also probably Bonesmith and Night Film. So they're probably all my priorities. Yeah. I was reading, shut my wardrobe, Wolfish Charms, really enjoying it, having a good time, but I'm probably now gonna start Signed, Sealed, Dead. thought I'd do a quick little update. So there's this girl called Paige, and she's just moved with her mum and dad from England to America. And they've moved into this house. I'm whispering because people are in bed. My laptop's gonna die. Plug that in. They've moved to America into this house that's supposedly haunted, according to the kids next door. The kids from next door, there's 3. So you have Madison and Carter, who are twins, and then you have this one called Josh, who is the one that claimed the house is haunted. And basically they introduce themselves to Paige, and then they invite her to take her around the town the next day. And it's actually set in Halloween. I didn't know that it was set over Halloween, so that's exciting. Now Paige is sitting in a coffee shop with Madison and Carter, and they have just brought up about the Shore Haven Ripper. Yeah, that's where I'm at. So it's quite good because the chapters are quite short and snappy. So I've just been sitting and reading, and yeah, it's good. It's good so far. I do really like Paige as well. I really like her character already. For an update on Wolfish Charms, the love interest has his sister in chains. That's the update. That's it. There's a good reason. I know the reason, but I can't say the reason. Kind of like a slow moving reading log, but it's like my favorite kind of video to film because like I'm getting to talk to people about the books I'm reading, which is fun. My Taylor Swift hoodie. I'm going shopping. That was really quick. I'm not leaving. I followed Jenna Collette on Instagram, and she followed me back. Do you think she knows I'm her biggest fan right now? Is that a bold claim? No. It is 10:30. And someone's still in bed. No, don't want to get up. Okay. Someone woke up and wanted to come sit with me. I'm probably gonna do the wrap up today because it's Sunday, and I think I started this Saturday, so that'll be about a week and 1 day, but who's counting? Not me. So I'm 3/4 of the way through Signed, Sealed, Dead by Cynthia Murphy. Really enjoying it. So we have this girl called Paige. She's met these twins called Madison and Carter, who are lovely. I love them. She's moved to America from England, and she's living in a house that was lived in years and years ago by this family whose daughter was murdered. And she's found this girl's diary, and there's some like interesting things in there about her family, the way she lived. And she's also discovered this thing in her basement. It's not a thing, I know exactly what it is, but I can't tell you because that's kind of like a spoiler, and basically it's a bit creepy. So now what's happening is there's either a copycat killer or the same killer. We don't know. I don't know yet. People are being murdered. Paige is actually getting these letters that are from someone. They're saying like, we wanted new blood and like other things that are a bit creepy. So it's really good, having a good time. Really good read for October because it's set around October and there's murders and it's creepy. Also, should I give an update on Wolfish Charms? Okay, so you know I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much. I don't really know what to update with Wolfish Charms without being spoilers. I'm not gonna say much about that actually. I'm 35% of the way through and I'm really enjoying it. I'm having so much fun. Okay, so I know I've mentioned I was reading that anthology Pumpkin by Stephen Blackmore. I think I'm like 3 days behind now. So I need to pick that back up and read them. Thought I'd just give an update on Wolfish Charms by Jen Leclerc. So I'm like near halfway through, and basically it's very similar to the first one in the sense that it's an investigation of murder again, except this time instead of a detective and a witch, it's a criminal and a girl who can see ghosts. There's something else happening with her, but that's kind of a spoiler about like the first victim of the first murder they're investigating. And then because a second murder does happen, and that kind of sets off a chain of events and a lot's going on. So basically the girl Vivian, she was Tessa's best friend. Sorry, I zoned out for a minute. So we have Vivian, she was Tessa's best friend in the first one, and now we're following her story. And she's investigating a murder of someone she has a connection with. That's why she's now being the one to investigate the murder, with this criminal who is also connected to the person who was murdered. So they're investigating it together. Oh. Anyway, so yeah. Also, and it's really fun so far. I'm really enjoying it again. You're seeing another layer to the criminal character that you don't see in the first book, so that's really fun. Okay, so the description, yeah, basically gives away that there's werewolves, and so that's what we're investigating, and it also gives away what Vivian actually has happened to Vivian, which I didn't realise, so I can say it because it's not a spoiler. So she can't see ghosts anymore, actually. They kind of disappeared, and when the original oracle died, which it says in the description, which I did not know, it's now kind of switching to Vivian, so something's going on with her at the same time, and so yeah. So it is loosely based on the Red Riding Hood story, which you can really tell at the beginning in like the first chapter, and with the walls, obviously there's that part, but it's kind of drifting off from that now at the moment, I feel like, but it is a loose retelling of that. Also, I know it's Monday and I was meant to film like a wrap up of this on Sunday, but I didn't, and there you go. So it's also including Monday. So I did finish Signed, Sealed, Dead by Cynthia Murphy today. I had a lot of fun with it. It was really good and I would recommend it for a good YA thriller. A lot of plot twists, a really interesting story to follow along. It was really quick to read as well, like each chapter ending on a cliffhanger meant I was kept hooked and wanting to read. I honestly had a good time and it's probably gonna be like a 4-star, which is really good. And I'm really glad I picked it up. I'm really glad I have read a Cynthia Murphy book that I enjoyed again, because like I said, the last one I read by her was 3 stars, but the first one I read by her was 5 stars. So I'm glad that it's another highly rated book for me from her. I feel like it was a good reading week because I had 2 5 stars and I did just finish another 5-star the week before. So Spellbound After Midnight, A Tempest of Tea, and Ginger Ito's Tombs were all 5-star reads. The only reason this one wasn't is because I felt like the end was a little bit rushed. All highly rated, all really good. And I'm enjoying Wolf's Charms as well currently, so all around having a really good reading time. If you've got this far, thank you for watching. I had a lot of fun filming this, so I hope you had a lot of fun watching it. I really enjoyed making this and filming my little reading moments. I love filming like when I'm reading a book, because it feels like I'm getting to share the experience of reading and talk about the book I'm reading with other people, which when you don't have people around you that read a lot of books, you don't get much of that. So thank you for allowing me to do that with you. And hopefully I'll see you again, and yeah, okay, thank you for watching, bye.